Thank you, Mr. Chairman. AB 1004. AB 1004 would harmonize the California Tower Conservancy to enable status with the proposition.
Second.
I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Witness, please.
I appreciate your support for this bill. It's important to us to clarify our ability to transfer, exchange, and otherwise manage land, not only in ways that are consistent with management purposes, existing law, but with our core mission and the state's planning priorities. Thank you. We urge your support.
Oh, did he take the amendment?
Good afternoon, Katrina Robinson on behalf of Cal Trout in support as well.
Sylvia Solis Shaw on behalf of the Board of Supervisors of Placer County in support.
Mark Fenstermaker on behalf of the California Tahoe Alliance, comprised of 7 member organizations representing local government agencies and nonprofit entities in support.
And one clarifying question: you're accepting as author amendments the suggested amendments in this mock-up? It's on or before January 1st, 2018, the Conservancy shall submit a report to the appropriate policy and fiscal committees. Great. Any other questions, comments from the committee? Mr. Harper? You are a popular guy today. And the chair's recommendation is aye. Would you like to close, Mr. Dolly?
Respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Please call the roll.
Assemblymember Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye. Dolly?
Aye.
Dolly, aye. Garcia?
Aye.
Garcia, aye. Hadley?
Aye.
Hadley, aye. Harper?
Aye.
Harper, aye. McCarty? Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. Stone?
Aye.
Stone, aye. Wood?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, members, Mr. Vice Chair, members, I want to start off by accepting the committee amendments. AB 864 gives solid waste enforcement agencies the option to issue temporary permits for solid waste operations under the guidance and regulatory authority of CalRecycle. This bill is needed as cities and counties undertake greater efforts to achieve the state's 75% recycling goal. As a result of exciting advances in the recycling of organic waste, new recycling, transfer, and processing stations, organic waste processing facilities will begin operation in California within the next decade. This measure would also cover other forms of recycling, including carpets. Without the means to offer temporary permits while the operators complete the full solid waste facility permit process with CalRecycle, LEAs will be required to shut down on operations carrying out recycling activities if the material they handle exceeds CalRecycle's 10% solid waste limit. Some concerns were raised at the end of last week. I look forward to working with all the stakeholders, and I'm confident we can find compromises.
Mr. Chair, Justin Malone for the California Association of Environmental Administrators, and we represent the LEAs, the folks that are going to get this authority. It's not often that we are criticized for being too lenient. Just want to take the opportunity to explain that we are really trying to help people get to the end goal. We're trying to help recycling in the state, and we don't intend in any way to give anybody a free pass, a get out of jail free. So we're happy to work with the folks that do have concerns with the bill and make sure that there's nothing there that's too lenient that gives the bad actors any incentive to be bad actors, and we urge your aye vote.
Mr. Chair, members, Mark Murray with Californians Against Waste. Imagine a circumstance where you are a recycling center on one hand, or you're a processor of recycled material, and what differentiates you from being a solid waste facility is the percentage of contamination, the percentage of residual at your facility. So you could imagine a circumstance where somebody is starting off as an operator of a recycling facility, but as they expand their operations as a result of other legislation, other programs we have, they could fall on the other side of that line. This gives them an opportunity to get a temporary permit while they either refocus their operations or they become appropriately permitted as a solid waste facility. Urge your aye vote.
Just for a second, we have a motion. Did we have a second on that? We have a motion by Mr. Stone, right? Seconded by Garcia. Okay, thank you. Witnesses in support? Any other witnesses in support?
Mr. Chair, members of the committee, Mark Aprea with Republic Services. If it's appropriate, we'd like to testify support if amended, or should we defer our testimony till the end?
1 second. Go ahead.
Kyle Jones with Sierra Club, California, in support.
Okay, now you're up.
Okay. We want to indicate to the author and to the committee that while we're supportive of the general aspects of the bill, we're concerned that as the bill is currently drafted, it is overly broad and does not just address simply address emergency situations caused by regulatory or legislative changes. Therefore, we urge the author and the committee and the legislature to consider adopting provisions of AB 1473, which was authored by Mr. Fuhr in 2007 and sunsetted in 2011. And that bill placed what we think are reasonable limits on the types of emergency circumstances that would warrant a temporary permit, and place limits and timeframes on those permits as those permits remain in effect. And we believe that such limits are an important and reasonable limitation. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else in support? Opposition? In between?
Mr. Chairman and members, thank you for this opportunity. My name is Kelly Astor. I'm representing the three organizations I've mentioned earlier: Inland Empire Disposal Association, LA County Waste Management, Solid Waste of Orange County. We have here an excellent author and a bill that I can't say the same thing about. I would concede, did I cover it well there? I would concede that the approach taken by the Fuhr bill 7 years ago is superior to the approach here, but I wouldn't support that amendment either. You know, you were asked to imagine earlier by someone the circumstance where suddenly a bunch of contamination creeps into your recycling facility. I got one for you to imagine. Imagine you lay out $30 million, construct a facility, go through the full permitting, all the hoops, environmental justice, NIMBY, everything you can imagine. Huge investment. You anticipate as a part of that investment not just feeding your facility with the material that your enterprise generates, but attracting other businesses as well. Along comes the accidental processor who thought he was a recycler, finds he's hauling in waste, and pretty soon, because he hasn't gone through the same expense you have, he now has a competitive advantage for that length of time that he's operating or she's operating under a temporary permit. You won't find anyone in this Capitol be more anxious for permit streamlining than this guy, because they represent waste haulers and waste facility operators. But we're not about to entertain legislation that even inadvertently tips the playing field and creates a competitive disadvantage for those who play by the rules. A temporary permit is not what's needed, in my considered opinion. We went through that, and for about 5 years there was a window where you could get one. We supported every one of the bills that the author and supporters of the measure say is the reason for this one. We supported mandatory organics recycling, mandatory commercial recycling. We've invested risk capital in getting those facilities built. I've probably got people that would benefit from this permit program on a temporary basis. But you have to respect those that have come before that have done it the right way. Make it easier to get permits, sure, but don't create a separate class of permit that ends up creating what amounts to a loophole for those that haven't observed the requirements of law. I do, however, having said all that stuff that I was told to say by my clients, have a great deal of respect for this particular author, and not just because he chairs this committee. And we look forward to having continued dialogue on the bill, because my sense is it may get out of committee today. And if it does, we're hoping to work toward a solution we can take pride in. Thank you.
Anyone else in opposition? Seeing none, questions by members? Seeing none, would you like to close, Mr.?
Sure. I will just say that the objections raised are understandable. And if LEAs were doing their best or doing things the right way, they would use their discretion where none of that would be a problem. However, I agree we should probably give some guidance just in case LEAs did not do things the right way. And I am very willing to look at that. I am resistant to the idea of only limiting it to specialty things like carpets, because precisely many of the members of these haulers that have drilled into me how difficult it is to get a composting permit in Southern California. We do need to figure out some ways to move the ball forward with organics, and I would request those the stakeholders out there to try to think creatively about what kind of guidance we could give the LEAs in this bill, but to retain organics so we can do something to move the ball forward, where in many areas it's very, very difficult to get permitted and a very time-consuming process to get permitted for organics. Thank you. I respectfully ask your aye vote.
The motion is due pass to approves.
Assemblymember Williams?
Aye.
Williams?
Oh,
Yeah.
as amended, I'm sorry.
Dally?
Aye.
Dally, aye. Garcia?
Aye.
Garcia, aye. Hadley?
No vote.
Harper?
No.
McCarty? Rendon? Rendon, aye. Stone? Stone, aye. Wood? Wood, aye. It's got 7 votes.
Your bill's out.
In advance, members, I just want to thank you for bearing with a very long hearing. We have a number of bills on call, and we'll start with those. These are bills that have votes short of the amount required for passage. We will start with AB 291 by Medina, CEQA Notice of Determination. First, Williams. I'm an aye. Sure. Why don't you do that?
Hadley? Aye. Hadley, aye. Harper?
Aye.
Harper, aye. McCarty? Aye. McCarty, aye. Rendon? Aye. Rendon, aye. Stone? Aye. Stone, aye. Got 9.
That has 9 votes. The bill is out. Secondly, on call, we have AB 678 by Mr. O'Donnell, Energy Efficiency Ports Program.
Assemblymember Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye. Hadley?
Aye.
Hadley, aye. Harper?
Aye.
Harper, aye. McCarty?
Aye.
McCarty, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. Stone?
Aye.
Stone, aye. It's got 9.
That's 9 votes. The bill is out. Also on call is AB 694 by Mr. Rendon, low-cost accommodation in the Conservancy.
Assemblymember Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye. The bill's got 5 votes.
It's 5 votes. Your bill is out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Christina Garcia.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
6.
There you go.
AB 888 by Bloom, plastic microbeads. Please call the roll of absent members.
Assemblymember Garcia? Garcia, aye. Harper? McCarty?
Aye.
McCarty, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. It's got 7.
7 votes. Mr. Bloom's bill is out. AB 1045 by Ms. Irwin. Call the roll of absent members.
Assemblymember Garcia? Aye. Garcia, aye. Harper? McCarty?
Aye.
McCarty, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. It's got 6 ayes.
That's 6 votes. That bill is out.
1 left.
And last bill on call is AB 1062 by Mr. Bonta. This is Environmental Justice Small Grant Program. Secretary, please call the roll of absent members.
Assemblymember Hadley?
Aye.
Hadley, aye. Harper?
Aye.
Harper, aye. McCarty?
Aye.
McCarty, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. Stone?
Aye.
Stone, aye. It's got 9.
That's 9 votes. That bill is out. And now we'll do vote add-ons for the bills that have already passed, but we will do it in order. So we will have the secretary call out the bill and
Who hasn't voted?
and who hasn't voted.
Assembly Bill 156. Assemblymember Garcia?
156.
That is by Perea.
Garcia, aye. Harper? Bill's got 8 votes.
8 votes.
Assembly Bill 190 by Harper? So that bill's out.
Everyone's voted on that.
We haven't voted on it. Everyone's voted on this one. Oh, no. Assembly Bill 191 by Harper. Assemblymember Garcia?
No.
Garcia, no. That bill's out. I mean, it's failed. AB 301 by Bigelow. Assemblymember Harper?
Aye.
Harper, aye. McCarty? Aye. McCarty, aye. It's got 9.
It's 9 votes.
Assembly Bill 335, Assemblymember Garcia?
335?
By Patterson?
No.
I think she said no.
Oh.
No.
Garcia, no. Harper?
Aye.
Harper, aye. That bill fails.
That goes to 3 votes. Fails.
Fails. Do you want to give it reconsideration? Okay. This is consent. AB 417, where's my? AB 417, AB 815, and AB 1179.
3 bills on consent.
Assemblymember Garcia?
Aye.
Garcia, aye. Harper?
Aye.
Harper, aye. McCarty? Aye. McCarty, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. AB 450 by McCarty. Assemblymember Garcia?
Aye.
Garcia, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. AB 692 by Quirk. Assemblymember Harper?
No.
Harper, no. McCarty? It's got 5.
It's 692 by Court.
I'm sorry. McCarty, aye.
McCarty is aye.
So that's got 6. That bill's out. AB 761.
By Levine.
By Levine. Assemblymember Garcia?
Aye.
Garcia, aye. Harper?
No.
Harper, no. McCarty?
Aye.
McCarty, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. It's got 8. That bill is out. This one's on consent. AB 864.
I think everyone voted that wanted to vote.
Assembly Bill 876 by McCarty. Assemblymember Garcia?
Aye.
Garcia, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. That bill's got 7. It's out. Assembly Bill 901 by Assemblymember Gordon. Assemblymember Garcia? Harper?
Aye.
Oh, Garcia, aye. Harper?
No.
Harper, no. It's got 8. That bill is out. Assembly Bill 985 by Dolly. Assemblymember McCarty?
Aye.
McCarty, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. That bill is out. Assembly Bill 1004 by Dolly. Assemblymember McCarty?
Aye.
McCarty, aye. That bill is out. Assembly Bill 1089 by Eduardo Garcia. Assemblymember Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye. Garcia?
Aye.
Garcia, aye. Rendon?
Aye.
Rendon, aye. That bill is out. Assembly Bill 1159 by Gordon. Assemblymember Harper?
Can you come back to me on that one?
McCarty?
Aye.
McCarty, aye.
Mr. Harper.
Can you, which bill again?
AB 1159 by Mr. Gordon. Product Stewardship Pilot Program. Household batteries and home generated sharps waste.
Aye.
Harper, aye. That bill is out. Consent. Assembly Bill 1274 by Mr. Stone. Assemblymember Garcia.
1 second. Aye.
That bill is out. We're done.
That concludes the meeting of the Assembly Natural Resources Committee. We are adjourned.